Luka Dončić drops 37 points and 10 assists. The Lakers put up 140. Bronny hits a 3. And LeBron James finally returns after nearly a month on the sidelines. But somehow, none of that is the craziest part of the story. Because what LeBron walked back into was a brand new Lakers identity. And the real shock? It wasn't built by the king. It was built by Luka. And tonight's game revealed something we have never seen before in Los Angeles. Because the second LeBron stepped on the floor, it suddenly became clearer than ever. This is Luka Dončić's show now. But here's the twist that will blow your mind. Because the moment LeBron returned, instead of slowing down, the Lakers actually got better. And the reason that happened, that's the part fans did not see coming. So let's break down exactly how we got here. First, let's get one thing out the way. LeBron James returning after missing the first 14 games with sciatica should have been the headline. Most teams would build their entire night, their game plan, and their energy around the return of the greatest scorer in NBA history. The Lakers didn't. And that, right there, is why this story is so wild. Because for the last month, Los Angeles fans have been watching Luka Dončić transform into something we've never truly seen before. Not just a scorer, not just a superstar, but the engine. No, the identity of an entire franchise. Luka has been putting up MVP-level numbers, 34.6 points a night, with 7 games of 35-plus points already. That's cartoonish. That's video game stuff. And remember, this was all happening with LeBron out of the picture. But here's where the story flips. LeBron walked back into the lineup, and instead of taking over, instead of shifting everything back to the old Lakers, he blended into Luka's system. Let me repeat that because it's insane to even say. LeBron James, the face of basketball for 20 years, came back and played inside Luka Dončić's rhythm. LeBron finished with 11 points, 11 assists, just 7 total shots, and barely touched the ball in scoring moments. And that wasn't an accident. That wasn't hesitation. That was trust. Trust in Luka. Trust in Austin Reaves. Trust in a system that was working. And this is where the real story begins. Because yes, the Lakers won 140 to 125. Yes, the Jazz led early. Yes, Luka detonated in the third quarter with 19 points and completely flipped the game on its head. But the question everyone is now asking is way bigger than this one win. Did LeBron James just return to a team that no longer needs him to be a superhero? Because while Luka was torching the Jazz, Austin Reaves was still playing like a rising star. The same Austin Reaves who averaged 26 points a night and has been one of the Lakers' most consistent offensive weapons this season. And let's not forget DeAndre Ayton, who quietly gave them 20 points and 14 rebounds. Then, as if the night needed any more storylines, Bronny stepped in off the bench and splashed a clean three-pointer. One of those moments the crowd reacts to before the ball even hits the net. If you're a Lakers fan, you already know the internet was waiting for that moment, and Bronny delivered. But we've got to zoom in on something deeper, because what the Lakers did without LeBron wasn't just impressive, it might have been transformational. With James gone, the Lakers handed the keys to Luka Dončić and Austin Reaves, and the result? They averaged a combined 62.7 points and over 17 assists per game. That means for an entire month, the identity of the offense wasn't built around LeBron's all-time greatness. It was built around youth, pace, and versatility. A new identity, a new formula, and LeBron just walked right into it. We rarely talk about this in sports, but this type of shift almost never happens this smoothly. Most teams crumble when their star goes down. Most teams fall apart mentally, emotionally, structurally. But the Lakers didn't collapse. They evolved. And LeBron, who is easily one of the most self-aware superstars the league has ever seen, didn't fight that evolution. He leaned into it. Now, here's where the story gets even crazier. The Lakers didn't start this game strong. In fact, Utah punched them in the mouth early, going up 11 in the first quarter. James didn't even score until the middle of the second. The Jazz were playing like a team with nothing to lose, and when you've got Lauri Markkanen and Keontae George dropping 31 each, you should be in the game. But that's when Luka Dončić went nuclear. He didn't pace himself, he didn't wait for LeBron, he didn't defer, he didn't try to fit in like young stars often do when playing next to legends. He took over. 19 points in a single quarter. The Jazz offense went silent. The momentum flipped, and the Lakers never looked back. And here's the part that will keep NBA fans arguing all week. The Lakers left their top trio, Luka, LeBron, Reaves, in the game, even after the lead ballooned to double digits. Now, is that because they wanted extra reps, or was that Darvin Ham sending a message? Was he saying, this is our team now, this trio is our foundation, and the league better get used to it? Because if tonight is any indication, the Lakers have discovered something incredibly rare, a version of Luka Dončić that plays like an MVP. A version of Austin Reaves that plays like a star. A version of LeBron James that plays like a maestro. And when you add all that up, this could be the most balanced Lakers team we've seen in years. Yes, the Jazz dropped to 5-9. Yes, the sample size is small. And yes, the season is still young. But ask yourself this. When was the last time LeBron James came back from injury and didn't have to save the team? When was the last time a superstar of his stature came back and the entire roster already had a working identity without him? When was the last time you watched a Lakers game and felt like you were watching the beginning of something new? That's what tonight felt like. But as good as this night was, the Lakers now face the real test. Can Luka Dončić keep playing at this historic pace once the league adjusts? Can Austin Reaves keep giving them 20+ on efficient shooting? Can LeBron stay healthy long enough to build chemistry with this new structure? And maybe the biggest question of all, what happens when the stakes get high? Because regular season chemistry is one thing, playoff pressure is another, and if there's one thing we know about LeBron James, it's that he thrives when the pressure reaches a boiling point. So here we are. Luka Dončić is playing like the next face of the NBA. LeBron James is evolving right in front of us. The Lakers have a new identity, and tonight's game might have quietly been the birth of a brand new era in Los Angeles. If you want to stay on top of everything happening in this wild NBA season, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We drop updates, controversies, breakdowns, and stories the second they happen, so you never fall behind the drama. Because trust me, if this Lakers transformation is real, things are about to get crazy.